Hi, this is Dan Encell with Berkshire Hathaway. Today is Monday, October 3rd. Going to do a recap of the third quarter real estate market, both nationwide and locally. Starting with nationwide, saw about a 5% increase in median home prices. Um, but the problem is there's been a decline in sales due to a lack of inventory. Inventory levels are down about 10% compared to a year ago. So despite a strong labor market and interest rates that are at or near historic lows, we're just not seeing enough supply of houses to keep up with buyer demand there, so it's become an affordability issue. People's wages are not keeping up with the increase in prices, so it's leading to a decline in number of sales. I expect that trend to continue into the fourth quarter and into early 2017. We're just not seeing enough new housing starts and enough existing inventory of homes to keep up with buyer demand there. So how does that compare with what's happening along the South Coast? We do not have the same inventory level shortages that the rest of the nation has been experiencing. For the South Coast as a whole, inventory levels rose about 16% compared to the third quarter of 2015. However, despite the increase in inventory, the number of sales declined about 16%. So we're seeing it moving in opposite directions, an increase in inventory and a decline in the number of sales. Normally that would lead to a decline in prices also, but we're seeing that prices rose along the South Coast also. Median price was up about 8% and average price was up around 9% during the third quarter. How does that compare with Montecito? Montecito had about the same increase in inventory levels. They're up about 14% compared to a year ago, but we saw a tremendous increase in the number of sales during the third quarter. Number of sales is up about 29% compared to the third quarter of 2015. Despite the increase in number of sales though, prices in Montecito went down significantly during the third quarter. Median price went down approximately 14%, and average sales price went down 22% during the third quarter of 2016. We did not see very many large, above $5 million transactions to help bring the average up there, not like we saw during the year before. So, how did September end up, both locally and in Montecito? Along the South Coast, very, very consistent with Septembers that we've had for the last several years. New listings, 231, right in line with what we're used to seeing. Number of sales, 176, again, right in line. Pending sales, 157, very, very consistent with what we're used to seeing for a September along the South Coast. Montecito, very similar stats also. Number of new listings, 33, right in line with what we're used to seeing there. Number sold, 22, right again what we're used to seeing for a September, and pending, 22, so very, very consistent ending there. I expect during the fourth quarter we're going to see probably a slight decline in number of sales along the South Coast compared to a year ago, but I think prices are going to remain relatively strong there. I do expect that the trend of increased sales in Montecito will continue, and I think we're going to see some bounce back in prices during the fourth quarter. So that's the recap for third quarter 2016 and for September.